The old Victorian mansion stood tall, shrouded in an eerie silence that seemed to echo through its walls. Its windows, once filled with life, were now dark and ominous, hiding the mansion's darkest secrets. My heart raced as I approached the front door, a sense of trepidation washing over me. I had heard tales of a cursed doll that resided within these walls, but my curiosity got the better of me, drawing me into this haunted abode. I had been obsessed with paranormal investigation since I was a child. The thrill of the unknown had led me to explore countless haunted locations, but nothing had prepared me for what I was about to encounter. As I entered the mansion, the air grew heavy with a presence I couldn't quite explain. I pushed forward, guided by an inexplicable force. The only source of light was a flickering lantern, casting eerie shadows on the peeling wallpaper. I reached the top of the grand staircase where a dusty, cobweb-laden room awaited me. There, in the center of the room, sat a doll, perched on a tattered rocking chair. Its porcelain face was hauntingly beautiful, but its glassy eyes seemed to bore into my very soul. "Hello," I whispered, trying to shake off the feeling that something was watching me. The doll remained still, yet I could sense a malevolence lurking behind its lifeless facade. As I approached the doll, a sudden gust of wind extinguished the lantern, plunging the room into darkness. Panic set in, but I fumbled for my flashlight and turned it on. To my horror, the doll was no longer in its chair. It stood before me, its lips curled into an unsettling smile. "Who are you?" I asked, my voice trembling. No response came, but the doll's eyes seemed to gleam with a sinister intent. I felt a cold breeze brush against my cheek, and a shiver ran down my spine. It was as if the doll's spirit had come to life and was now playing a sinister game with me. As I backed away, the doll's movements followed mine, mirroring my steps. My mind raced with questions and fears, but curiosity compelled me to stay and confront this supernatural enigma. The doll's voice echoed through the room, an eerie sound that seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere all at once. "You shouldn't have come here," it whispered, the words sending a chill down my spine. "What do you want from me?" I managed to stammer, my heart pounding in my chest. The doll's eyes narrowed and its expression turned malevolent. "I want what I've always wanted, a soul to possess, a life to control." My blood turned to ice as the doll revealed its true intentions. It sought to take over my body, to claim my very essence. I knew I had to escape, but fear rooted me to the spot. Suddenly, the room came alive with a cacophony of disembodied voices, each one whispering chilling secrets and malevolent desires. They seemed to taunt me, playing on my darkest fears. Desperate to break free from this nightmarish ordeal, I mustered all my courage and dashed toward the door. The doll's laughter echoed through the mansion as it pursued me, its porcelain feet tapping on the creaking floorboards. I stumbled into a dusty library, frantically searching for a way to banish the doll's spirit. My eyes fell upon an ancient book, its pages filled with cryptic symbols and incantation. Perhaps this was the answer I sought. With trembling hands, I recited the words, hoping they would provide protection from the malevolent force that pursued me. The air crackled with energy, and a blinding light filled the room. For a moment, I thought I had succeeded, but as the light faded, the doll stood before me, unharmed and more sinister than ever. "You can't escape me," the doll hissed, its voice now laced with anger. I realized then that this was no ordinary spirit, but a powerful malevolence trapped within the doll, one that had survived countless attempts to be banished. Desperation set in, and I ran through the mansion, searching for any means of escape. The walls seemed to close in on me, the very house becoming a labyrinth designed to keep me trapped with the malevolent doll. In a final act of defiance, I reached the attic, where an old chest stood hidden in the shadows. Legend spoke of a relic that could vanquish even the most malevolent spirits, a silver amulet rumored to be buried within the chest. With trembling hands, I opened the chest and found the amulet nestled among forgotten heirlooms. I clutched it tightly, feeling its cold, reassuring touch. Armed with this ancient artifact, I descended back to confront the doll. In the center of the mansion's parlor, I faced the doll once more. Its eyes glinted with arrogance, confident that it would succeed in consuming my soul. But I wasn't going down without a fight. I held the amulet high, reciting the incantation once more, pouring every ounce of strength into banishing the malevolence that had haunted this doll for so long. The room quaked, and an otherworldly wind whipped around us. The doll's expression contorted with rage, but the amulet's power was undeniable. The malevolent force within the doll began to weaken, its presence diminishing with each word of the incantation. With a final burst of energy, the doll's spirit was expelled, and the room fell silent once more. The doll lay lifeless on the floor, its glassy eyes now devoid of any sinister intent. Exhausted but victorious, I left the mansion, taking the doll and the amulet with me. I vowed to keep the amulet safe, ensuring that no one else would ever fall victim to the doll's malevolence. Yet, as I locked the doll away, I couldn't shake the feeling that its malevolent spirit still lurked, waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike again. Perhaps the doll's haunting legacy would never truly be extinguished, and its malevolence would live on in the shadows, forever seeking another soul to possess.